Hello everybody, welcome to our icebreaker for today. We're going to have a wonderful time and we're going to find out our personal developed life skills. We're going to develop all our life skills so we can learn better, we can earn better, and we can talk to everybody better. We're going to do a little icebreaker today, and how we're going to do it is we're going to take this brick and we're going to take this straw and you're going to put this straw through the brick. Does anybody have any comments about that?
Yeah, that's hard to leave.
What kind of, do you think we can do it?
Nah,
You think we can put this through here?
nah.
Are you sure?
We can do it.
We can do it. It can be done. How do we do that?
Drill.
Absolutely right. That's absolutely right. We got a drill. That's not our part, but we are going to do something similar to that. Really what we're going to do, we're going to take this potato, and I'm going to pass them out here in just a second, and what we're going to do is get this straw through this potato. And what you're going to do is try to get this straw through this potato. Use the force you can. If you can't do it, we'll see what happens when we do it. Okay, I'll pass them out real quick. And we'll do it. And I'll tell you what to do. Don't do anything yet until I give you your straws and your potato. There's your straw. Here's your potato. Here's your potato. Your potato.
I'm gonna take your feet off.
And your straw.
Nice.
Yep.
You?
Now what you're going to do is, of course, unwrap your straws, and you're going to hold your potato between your thumb and your pointer finger.
I can do that.
Okay, then what you're going to do after that is you're going to hold your straw and hold your thumb, grip it around there, hold your thumb on top of it, and just push through the, see if you can push through the thing. What you're going to say, I can do it. I can do it. What can you do in the first try? See what it does.
They didn't get very far.
Okay, did everybody get inside of it, or part of
Mom.
it? If you can't get through, it's okay.
I didn't get anywhere close. I didn't get anywhere close.
Okay, did anybody get through it? I didn't get through it either.
No.
Try it again. Pull it back out. Put your thumb on top of it.
You gotta put your one all the way through. Well,
And go all the way through like this.
Oh, okay.
oh, I did it. Oh.
There you
There you
go.
go. Man,
What? Oh, yeah, this is even further.
that's pretty neat.
Yeah. Something's wrong with my potato.
Potato cheese. Or potato cheese.
If you didn't get through it, it's no big deal. That's all part of it, because that's part of life. Sometimes we get through things, and other times we don't. See, when you took that potato the first time, and you think, how are we going to do this? How is the straw going to make it through this potato? Or in the rock part of it, how are we going to get this little piece of plastic through this hard of a shell, which I know potato, this is a hard potato, so it's not soft, it hasn't been boiled. You all can tell that correctly.
Right.
It's rough, it's hard to get through and everything. But when you had your finger on your straw and you said, you can do it, that's how we do through life. Life is through that. We're going to have obstacles where we don't know if we're going to get through or not. If we have the willpower and the gumption to do it, that's half the battle. It's just having the willpower to do things. And when you did it, the first time, you might not go all the way through. And did anybody here get through the first time?
No.
And when we go work on life and work on goals, do we achieve our goals the first time we do it? Most of the time. No. What goals have you guys made in life that you could not get through the first time? It can be small or it can be big, it's whatever. Or let's say an example for me. Example for me was, it took me a long time to get my license. I didn't get my license until I was 18 years old. I went at 17 and I just couldn't pass the written part of the test. So I had to keep taking it over and over again until I finally just got it down and I passed that part of the test. When I passed that part, I could finally take the driving test. I could drive just fine. I had no problem with that. But me, myself, I am a hard test taker. It's hard for me to take tests. So that's what I did. I put my thumb on top of that straw or the test, and I kept doing it over and over again until one day I made it and got through it. And now my straw is messed up, but still. One day I got through it, just like that. I passed that test and I finally got my license. So what can you, back to you guys, what experiences have you done that made you, it was difficult, you had to do it over and over again? What made life difficult, or what obstacles did you have, and how did you overcome them? How did you put your thumb on that straw and get through it? Can you give me an example of something you've done?
I definitely know that there's plenty of things that I've failed at prior. You know, the first time at least. You know, there's more than I can. That's probably why I can't think of one off the top of my head, because there are a lot.
Yep. Or jobs, you know.
Yeah, plenty of times at work or something I
Yeah.
failed at something the first
Yeah.
time. There's a time you got to go at it 2 or 3 times.
Right, right.
A lot of things.
To find the one that you really like.
That's true.
I'll cut the footage and we get this through here though.
Did you feel upset when you guys didn't get through the potato the first time?
I was a little disappointed. I wanted to see it happen.
How about the rest of you? Were you guys disappointed when you didn't get through the potato?
I'm still disappointed.
Still trying though.
That's right.
Still trying.
That's how life is, right? Just like you said, you were disappointed, but what is your motivation to get through that? Why do you want to get through that?
Because everybody else did, and I wanted to try and do the same thing.
Hey, that's motivation enough.
That's right there.
That can be its own form of motivation.
That's right, because
Everybody
you
else did.
competitive, right? You're competitive, and you want to be as the equal level and do it.
Yeah, we're fitting.
That is a great motivational skill right there, a motivational
Right.
push. So what else pushes you in life or motivates you to make you want to get through life or get through the goals that we're trying to accomplish here that we've talked about? Whether it may be school or maybe a job or just life in general. What motivates you?
Family or money,
Yeah, money definitely. Money motivates most.
Why does money motivate you?
You need money to live. You know, to be happy with family and spend it with them, and you know, on yourself.
Is money the most important thing that motivates you? And if it is, just be honest, it's fine.
When it comes to work, if that's what we're talking about, then yeah, money is basically my main motivator when it comes to a job. Because that's what its purpose is to make you money.
And you're going to support your family.
Right. And that's
Correct.
what you're going to do with it. You're going to do good things with money. So
It's not to become the richest person, it's to become
No, it's just to be happy. You know?
exactly
Provide.
and support your family.
To
Exactly.
live.
Yeah.
That's good. That's wonderful. And everybody else, what motivates everybody else?
I don't know what you said, money.
Yeah, I stole that.
Yep.
That's my bad.
And family. Yeah.
Family.
How does family motivate you?
Kids need stuff, you gotta, well, it always goes back to work though, to get money to pay for the stuff though. So everything goes back to money.
Well, let's
Yeah,
say
money.
let's be hypothetical.
It's money.
Let's be hypothetical here. Let's say money is not a factor. How does family motivate you?
To spend time with, to enjoy, you know, like little things.
So let's say like this potato right here. This is your family in a way because you're trying to get through them to support them in a way that only you know how to do it. Because I'm assuming you're a mother, and the way you do that is you are the one that keeps it together, or the way that everybody can see it that way, right? And there's a couple mothers out here, and then I'm assuming that you're a son, of course, because someone had to make you.
Yeah, that happened.
Yep, that happened some time ago. So, does family motivate? I mean, I know, like I said, work does for you. You said that.
Yeah.
But how does the family motivate you?
Family is, you know, that's most important is when it comes down to it, really. I mean, money is most important for, as you know, requirements for a job, but as just life, I think family would be the most important thing, you know.
So
That's
how-
what you even make your money for.
So how did family develop your life skills in a general? I mean, you don't have to go into any great detail, but how did family make you who you are today?
Well, family is who makes you who you are.
I don't elaborate on that though. How?
You know, the way you're raised, you know, it's nature versus nurture. You know, you're gonna have parents play a role in who you become, and you know, your surroundings are gonna make you who you are. The parents are, it's argued, you know, but I'd say nature versus nurture. Nurture is probably higher than nature, in my opinion.
And there you go. See, we all have the triangle of needs. We all have it. And when we have these needs met, then we can go up. And that's the family is like the bottom need. It's like, of course, we all need our food and our clothing and our house over our head, a roof over our head. But when you have all that and your family comes together, that becomes your life support right there. We are all on a time zone right here. And our support from our family makes us the best life that we can have, or the worst life. That's the unfortunate thing about life. Life is not easy. Just like this. Sometimes we're going through a hard time and we just can't get through this. We keep going every which direction. Sometimes we have deaths in the family. Sometimes we don't have no money.
Yeah, that happens.
It happens a lot, especially nowadays. We don't have no money. We can't get through, and we don't even want to keep getting through. And it gets harder, and then sometimes our straw breaks. Then what do we do then?
Sometimes.
What happens when our straw breaks? And
Go away.
that is true.
Yeah, throw it away, or I turn mine around, try with the other end until you know.
That's a good
Try and start
idea.
over again
Yeah.
and see if you can do a better job.
No, my straw is like messed up now because I showed the example, but let's just say right here.
My first try was all bent up, see there?
See,
And I turned it over.
that straw's all bent up now, right? You guys just said it. You guys just said my next line. It won't do it no more. But that doesn't mean we give up, right?
Yeah.
Life is full of obstacles that we cannot, sometimes we feel like we cannot do. So we just keep picking at it. One day, we're going to get through. It's not easy. We all know that. We lived our lives, some longer than others. We have a variety of ages here, from 20s up to elderly. I mean, that's just, we got it. We got every generation almost here in the last century. I mean, in a way, if you want to look at it that way. Or a generation have seen many things. Many things have changed in the last. Or look how many different life skills are upon us between the different, like how you live your life. How you lived your life 50 years ago when you were 20. When you're 20. Everybody here when they were 20 years old lived their lives differently than they did now. It's all different. That's the life skills. We have learned different life skills along the way. And we have plucked through, whether they're good, bad, happy, or sad. We've each found a way to get through it. And if it's not that way, it's going to be a different way. And it just happens that way. And sometimes life sucks. Let's just be honest. It's just something that we have to overcome. And this is a way we can do it. One step at a time. Baby steps. I'm sure I don't know if all of you have seen it, but have anybody here seen the movie What About Bob?
Yeah.
It's about a therapist and a client that is extremely,
Got the cork on the end of his fork.
there you go, extreme client. He's an excessive client, if anybody ever seen that. And what Bob's therapist tells him, he cannot do hardly anything without help. He says, take baby steps. Each time that we put our straw on this potato is a baby step closer to getting through it. Every single time. That's how life is. It's about baby steps, doing it one piece at a time. We cannot take the whole thing, and you do it from the side. You don't do it from the top, because if you do it from the top, the more likely you will never get through it. That's why we gotta go from the side. Make small goals. When we make small goals, it makes us feel better when we achieve those small goals. And then after we achieve those small goals, we can make bigger goals. And each time, we're going to fail some of these goals. I mean, that's just life, like I said. But we can get through them if we work together with our families. We can work together with our coworkers. We can work together with our friends. That's how we can become a better life. That's how we develop a better life, is through communication. We have to talk to one another to make our lives better. That's all it's about.
Well, if we all stick together and help each other.
Yep. And there's going to be negative people out there. I mean, come on, we live in these times, we all know there's so much negativity out there. So much. But like I said, if you rely on your friends and your family to push you through, or sometimes you don't have any friends at home. Sometimes you got to rely on yourself, and that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. But you just got to keep pushing through. Take those baby steps, one thing at a time. Sometimes you'll go 2 steps back before you go 1 step forward. But the good thing about being 2 steps back, you already know the path. You just got to retake it again. You're there. It just takes a little longer. Doesn't mean we can't do it. So as long as we have our friends, our family, the motivation of ourselves or them to push us, we can do it. And that's part of it. Now we've been talking almost 15 minutes almost. But what have you guys, after learning and doing this exercise and learning what I had to say and everything, and all your other fellow people out there, how do you feel about this? What do you feel from this? I know it's simple, but this simple exercise, how do you feel?
It's encouraging when you get through it.
Yeah, that you can do it.
There you go.
It makes you appreciate what we've got and what we've done so far.
There you go.
I think it was a good representation because I was surprised the second time. I failed the first time like I was supposed to, and then the second time when you're shown correctly how to do it, I made it through. Yeah, you do feel a sense of accomplishment, even something so small and so stupid as this. But I think it's good advice. You know, small steps is always a good thing. You know, one at a time, and you get encouragement from those steps beforehand. You know, prior.
Yep.
You know, and yeah, that's good. I think it sounds nice. And that's a good representation of it with the potato and straw.
There you go. It's so simple, but life can be simple. Just sometimes we make it hard. I mean, it's so simple. We don't need a lot to live. We just need the people around, like I said, people around us, a little bit of love, a lot of patience,
Yeah.
and we can get through it. One baby step at a time. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for your words of wisdom, your encouragement, and I hope you guys have a wonderful time. And again, just make your lives what it needs to be. The simple things in life make the most wonderful moments. Take time, God bless, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You want me to sign this?